Good morning, I am back here again at Birmingham International. But why am I this time on platform 4, you might ask? Today, I have a slightly different ticket. I have a West Midlands Day Ranger, rather than a Day Tripper. And today, we are going southbound towards Rugby, and then we're going up the West Coast Mainline on the Trent Valley line. So we're heading off to a whole bunch of stations today, 12 new stations in total today for the 12th of April, which is when I'm recording this, so yeah, kind of fitting. And our first new station of the day is going to be Rugby. So we're just waiting now. It's currently 5:50 in the morning for the record. This is the earliest I've ever started one of these train vlogs. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as we head off towards Rugby. Alright then, we've made it here to Rugby, and I gotta say, I quite like it. I have technically been here before, but that was like years and years and years ago. This is the first time I've been here properly for a while. And I gotta say, I really quite like it. It's quite a nice station. Quite a big one actually as well, to be fair. Yeah, you don't realise how big it is until you actually come here. But yeah, made it here to Rugby. I've got about 20 more minutes here, so I want to go have a wander around a bit more on the platforms, and yeah, we're going to go and have a little explore and see what we can find. Let's go ahead and take that all important picture of me in front of a sign, because I haven't done that yet, so I probably should. Caledonian Sleeper. Okay, we're back on platform 5 now. My train should be here momentarily. So, yeah, off we go now to Northampton. Alright, off to Northampton. Alright then, so I've made it to Northampton, and the funny thing is that my next train is actually about to arrive. But the thing is, it sits here for about 20 minutes, so yeah, I've got a bit of time to wander around the station before it actually departs. But it should be coming in any minute, which is the funny thing about it. I think I can hear it. Like, my train that I've just got off has literally just left, but now, yeah. So anyway, let's take a little look around and see what we can find here at Northampton. Yep. There it is. It's here already. I've got to admit, there's not actually as much here as I thought there was. It's a cool station, but it's kind of, you know, not really that crazy. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, as I said, my train's here already, so let's walk over and catch my train and head off to Long Buckby. Well, in 15 minutes anyway. So I quickly wanted to jump in here and just explain what this is. This is a project which was started by a staff member at Northampton called All Aboard to Northampton, which is essentially a project to try and collect a paper ticket from every station across the UK to Northampton. Started by a member of staff who works at Northampton, and it eventually became this big display. Now, the reason why my footage is a bit scuffed here is just because it's right next to the ticket barriers, and just there were a lot of stuff around and I felt a bit awkward, you know, getting my camera out. So I'll leave a link in the description to some better videos that explain more about the project and include a bunch of people making progress on this challenge. Right, now we go to Long Buckby.
When arriving at Long Buckby, if you're leaving us here, please mind the gap.
Okay then, we've made it here to Long Buckby. I've got the entire station to myself at the moment. I was the only person that got off the train here. But yeah, it's a really, really cool station. I love just the views that you get. Also, it's crazy to me that it's just about 8 o'clock in the morning and this is already new station number 3, and in total station number 4 if you count Birmingham International. Which is kind of crazy to me that we are at that point now where we are, we're a quarter of the way through the day and it's only 8 AM, 2 hours in, 3 stations down. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, we've got about half an hour wait here. We're going to get the train from here after this. We're going to head north now and we're going to head to Stafford. And even then, we're not going to stop long at Stafford because we're going to get on a train, run for a train to Stone. But hopefully all will go well.
You fool!
Also, I've already done 4,000 steps today and it's 8 AM. It's been a pretty good day step-wise so far. So yeah, I mean, like I say, 2 hours down, 4,000 steps. Let's see how many steps we've done by the end of the day. Alright, we've got an issue. The train that I was going to connect to is running 10 minutes late, which isn't an issue at Rugby, but it is an issue at Stafford, because I had a very tight connection at Stafford. So it looks like I might not be able to do Stone today, which sucks, but I'm going to have a look at my schedule now and see what we can do. Alright then, I've made it back to Rugby. As you can see, I didn't even realise the sign was right there. I've made it back to Rugby, and yeah, we are now waiting for the train up to Stafford. Now, as I mentioned on the train coming up from Longbuckby, this train is currently running 8 minutes late, which is going to make the already tight connection at Stafford, basically to connect to the train to Stone, a little bit too tight. So I'm thinking, unless it somehow makes up a whole bunch of time between here and Stafford, I'm probably going to abandon going to Stone today, just because I don't want to, the day's quite tightly planned, so, it's a bit annoying, but I'll just pull one station. And the good thing is I can get a train quite easily from Stafford to Stoke-on-Trent, so there's no problem at all. Yep, that's the Stone train that I would have gotten on. Literally as I got off of the train from Rugby, so yeah, I wouldn't have made it. Alright, we've made it to Stafford, and as I said in that video clip, the train, as I got off the first train in, the train going out that I was meant to be connecting to literally was leaving. It was like, there was no chance I was going to make it, so we're going to stay here. I'm going to catch the 9:33 cross-country service. Hopefully it's not too busy, or the 10:33, sorry. But I was going to say, it's crazy that, I feel like I've done so much already today, and it's not even 10 o'clock yet. But yeah, apologies if it's a bit noisy. There is a aero train there. But yeah, we are going to wait for the 10:33 and get that up to Stoke-on-Trent. I'm going to skip Stone, like I say. But yeah, should be good fun. I'm really looking forward to this. Stafford looks really cool so far. I've had a good look around. Looks like a cool station. And yeah, definitely a good station to get a good view of everything. And suddenly cut to me at a different station. I'm now at Stoke-on-Trent. Why didn't I film anything coming here? Well, because I ended up having to get on the cross-country service and it was rammed. Here's the tiniest bit of footage that I filmed as we were leaving Stafford. Yeah, I just didn't get to film anything because it was so busy on that train, which I've now realised I could have just got on the London North Western, which probably would have been better. Still, got here with a decent amount of time before my next train, but oh well. So yeah, we're here now at Stoke-on-Trent. I'm gonna chill for a bit here and have a proper look around. It looks like a really cool station. It's small. It's smaller than I remember what it was, but it is only 3 platforms here, and it's basically 2 full platforms and 1 north-facing bay. So it's not that crazy, to be honest. Yeah, pretty cool station. I can't wait to explore it a little bit more. The subway underneath the platforms is pretty cool. But yeah, can't wait to chill down for a bit and then catch our train to our next station afterwards. But first, let's relax for a bit because it's been a pretty running around a lot lately, so let's chill for a bit. Hi, hello, sorry for interrupting the video you're watching. I just wanted to take a moment and say that as much as I love making videos like this, they do unfortunately cost a fair bit of money because train travel in the UK is expensive. So, if you want to help contribute towards more videos like this, then you can go down to the description below where you'll find a link to my Ko-fi where you can tip to me there, and any money that goes on the Ko-fi goes towards train trips. So if you want to see more trips like the one in this video, then please do go and drop some money over there if you can, of course. If you can't, then just liking and sharing the videos does just as much good and helps to get the videos out there. Thank you so much to everyone that does financially support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Now back to the video. Alright, we waited here for a bit, we've watched some trains, but now it's time to head over to that platform and wait for my very first class 170 to turn up to take us to our next station, which is Osega, or Osega, however you want to pronounce it. We'll see how the onboard announcements pronounce it, but yeah. First time on the 170. I'm a bit concerned in this hot weather. There's a lot of passengers over there, but I'm hoping they're for the cross country and the Avanti that are coming through in a minute. So hopefully I'll be able to get on the 170 no problem, and hopefully I'll also be able to get some footage, but we'll see.
But I also sort of forget what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, because as I was thinking about Jacob the other day, because he's 19, I was living away from home.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, well actually in that year I was doing my year right now.
Alright then, I've made it here to Alsager, I think is how they said it, and I've got to say it's really well kept. Like, there's a lot of lovely flowers here, and obviously, like, all of them over there. This is probably the best station I've been to all day in terms of the actual station itself. Like, this is my first, I believe, this is my first East Midlands Railway owned station, or managed station, and it has not disappointed at all. It's beautiful. Also, my reviews on the 170 wasn't as rammed as I was expecting it to be, thankfully. Overall though, yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It's got the old London Midland Session and the Western livery, on like the maquette on the seats and whatnot. But yeah, I'm here now for about half an hour, and then I'm going back to Kidsgrove, and then from there I'm going up to Longport to Crewe, and then that's my lunch break. For an hour or so, just chilling at Crewe, because I've been to Crewe before, but I've never actually like stopped and really looked around. Like I literally got off one train, got on another at Crewe, on the same platform. So I am quite looking forward to getting to explore Crewe a bit more. So far, you know, Osega, or Osega, how you want to pronounce it, gets a thumbs up from me. It's probably the best station, the actual station I've been to all day. In terms of like my favourite station I've been to today, it's difficult so far, because as much as I loved the views from Longbuckby, the station itself was a bit basic, like incredibly basic, and there was a few issues with it. But I think this is probably going to, unless there's something else that I find later on, this is probably going to top the charts. So this is station number 5 of the day, I think. This is 6, I think, actually. Station number 6, I think. So we're halfway there, although again, we're not visiting 12 stations today anymore, we're only doing 11. But yeah, doing really good. I'm really happy so far, and yeah, it is currently 5 to 12, so it's very nearly midday. I've nearly been doing this for 6 hours already. Anyway, let's chill here for a bit. Also, there's a level crossing, which we love, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and have a little poke around the station a bit more while we wait for our next train to take us back to Kidsgrove. Next up, Kidsgrove. Alright, we've made it here to Kidsgrove, and I've got to say, it's a tough competition. This line, the Potteries Line, has got some really beautiful stations. This is Kidsgrove, as I say. I really like it. You know, I also noticed I've taken off my jacket because it was just far too hot. I don't know what I'm looking at my watch for, trying to find the weather, but yeah, it's very hot at the minute. Oh, the track kind of bends around like in a curve as it comes out the station. But yeah, this is one of the stations that, the Travelham station that I really love. If you guys remember, I was talking back when I did these sort of bringing you guys up to speed. I talked a bit about Cheadle Hill. And we also talked a bit when we were at Barnt Green about stations like this where they're technically on, you know, 2 lines, and they're sort of junction stations that aren't, you know, as, you know, the platform's kind of spread, and that's what this one does here. Also, the view from here, it's giving me Malvern vibes. It's beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead here. I've got 26 or so minutes here, and then we're getting a train from here to Longport. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy it while I can, because man, is it beautiful. Alright, so I've made it here to Longport. I really haven't got here long here at all. So I'm just literally walking up this platform now, and I'm going to cross over and see the platform. Simple station, you know, doesn't need to be overly complicated. It's not served very frequently anyway. It gets 1 train an hour in each direction, which is why I've got such a tight connection, because I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be waiting for hours and hours for my next train. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to the platform, just having a gander over here, see what there is. You know, I like to explore stations in full. But the next station we're going to is exciting, but I've already been there. As I say, the next station we're going to is Crewe. Okay, I found the waiting shelter, and for once I'm actually going to sit in here for a minute and enjoy the shade. But yeah, I've got about 5 minutes now until our train comes to take us up to Crewe. The tiredness is starting to hit. So, turns out I'm a bit of an idiot. I was worrying about nothing. I made it with perfect time, it's literally just ahead of me there.
We are now approaching Crewe, our final station.
Whoa, so much fun.